Now, I wonder what other mediums of marketing there is. There's
I think
online.
there's TV, there's newspaper, there's social media.
Well, those are like, but newspaper and social media are not mediums. That's
true.
That's like newspaper is not maybe that's a medium, but social media is like Instagram's different than a TikTok. You
That's
know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's different ways to use social media.
Like
that's
I think we need to hit every market twice to be fully like we need to get on the newspaper at the beginning and the end. Then we need to get on TikTok at the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Then we need to get on Instagram, the beginning and the end. We need to get behind the scenes photos early on. And then I don't know, there's kind of this weird, like it's cool to see behind the scenes like working on their film. But it's weird to post your own behind the scenes. It was your idea of like, let's post the behind the scenes on our own Instagrams. And then on Suka, that's just the trailer and that's just the poster.
Because I think that shows people that are like really invested, the ones that like actually follow us and not the brand.
Yeah, because the brand's like, this is what we're doing. We don't want you.
Here
we don't
is
want
the
you to know
thing.
the magic.
Yeah.
We're pushing the thing, not us.
Yes.
Being, like if we weren't there, the thing still needs to thrive.
Yeah.
So it's that whole idea too. What would be your goals for, like, specifically in the newspaper and other mediums of in the next like couple years where you want to be shined on either individually or where you think we could thrive working together?
I do really think it's cool outside of personal like social media stuff to be on like the newspaper. That is very, very cool.
Well, yeah, but what is like the goal of like where do you want like it could be a number thing. It could be, I want to be on the paper 5 times this year. I want to be highlighted as the producer. I want to be highlighted as an actor again.
Yeah.
Like this time you were highlighted as an actor. They mentioned producer, but we can't, in here you're shown acting. So it's like, what do you want to be seen as? Or it's like, what do you want to see the brand as too? Like, do you think the next should always be behind the scenes? Or like maybe we set up events like local, like
that's what I was thinking about is how can we use events that are
brand?
Large enough that we can start to get like on the news or news like paper or news coverage, because I think that would be cool.
Like drive-in movie, the Suka drive-in movie theater. Harold Played come cover, and then we just have Suka brand and we give everyone a shirt.
I think it would be my goal for I think the next month, which isn't long term, but is to get the newspaper to cover American Dreamers when it comes out.
Yeah,
That
would be a good post-production producer thing for you to do, because my post-production is getting the marketing, the trailer, and yours would be, how do I land this story? Because to have, well, that will be good, but like we're saying, we need to be like the full sound of a film. You need to be hitting on every aspect.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good goal of that.
I think that in the future of like in a year, I think it would be really cool to get on not just local news. Maybe this is outside of like a year.
I don't know what
there's like national news too.
Yeah.
Which would be really cool. Even
or like a New York Times
thing.
Okay.
That would be really cool.
That would be, and I think we could say, hey, we've been on local news a ton. Like we're on our 5th film.
Yeah.
Like after that, maybe the Christmas movie could be a sweet paper to have.
That would be cool.
I think you're right. I think we need to do some events, like a month where a film's not coming. I feel like we need to be present once. Like the end goal for me would be to be present on a newspaper once a month.
And I think that there's like, this is super cool, awesome, incredible that we're on this newspaper. It's a local newspaper. And there's so much room we can grow from it.
Yeah, huge amounts. And
there's
this can really
such bigger papers.
And there's actually some credibility things of you can get, so how to get verified on Instagram is through through news and stuff like that. So having
to like show them like 10 or something.
Yeah, so you can get it. Now it's a little weird because Instagram has the blue check mark thing. So it's kind of like, well, we don't want to make it look like we're paying.
Yeah.
There's no way to diversify whether you paid or you didn't pay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it fully matters. It's just a credibility thing of having like that check mark of like you're official. But thinking about how could we get on the news for an event, drive-in movie theater, as it gets colder, teaching kids photography.
I think if we could do a premiere and make it really, really special, like even do it at a drive-in movie theater and get like not just the cast and like the crew involved, but like also try to get like some local people in, I think that could drive.
Now, this is the drive-in movie theater and premiere. We're not going to be premiering Dreamers anywhere.
No.
Everyone's going to be gone at college.
Yeah.
That was a part of it. It would literally be you, me, my dad, and Scott. Which would be funny.
Yeah, that would be very funny.
And now we could bring in other people. But a lot of people are going to college.
Yeah.
We don't want to force. Right now, we're like, all right, we could premiere, but let's just be patient until we have that theater. We have it locked down.
Once we buy our theater. And
Once we buy the theater